had discussed, who is on unmute, please mute. So yesterday we had seen how the Angular based application means a front end based application or without the front end based application, how both application is working, how they communicating with server, and why this it is known as single page application. So yesterday we had seen there is one term that is SPA, that is single page application. So yesterday itself we had seen what is Angular. Angular is the framework of the front end. Okay, so one thing is there. So in Angular, actually, what are the versions? Like in Bootstrap, what is the versions of Bootstrap?
4.
Which
And 5
4?
latest
We are
version.
running the 4. Then
Yes.
5 is also there, correct? Then Bootstrap 3 is also there, correct? So this type, there are versions in the Bootstrap. So same type in the Angular also, there are versions. See, always be clear regarding this one. Otherwise, it's too much confusing. While you job opening and in the work, that will be too much means confusing thing. Gular, Angular. Yeah. So the versions in the Angulars are starting from the 1 itself, means Angular 1, then Angular 2, then Angular 3. Sorry, I not thinking that Angular 3 is there, but Angular 4, then Angular 5, I think not there, then Angular 6, then 7, I think, then 8 is there, then 9, I think it's there or not. Then I think Angular 11, yeah, Angular 11, Angular 10 is also there, Angular 10, then Angular 12 is there, then Angular 13, and I think now Angular 15 is going. So this much versions in the Angular. Let's see what is the Angular versions. Who is on unmute? Please mute. Where is the versions of Angular? Okay. LTCS. It's not showing there.
Sir, 1, 2, 4, 5.
Yeah, this is the image. In this, I think it's showing. Yeah. So see. Yeah, this one is the perfect. So this is the proper image. Means first is the Angular JS. That is known as the Angular 1. Mute. Who is that? So the first version is known as the Angular JS. Means you can tell that Angular 1. Then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah. Then 11, then 12, 13. 14, I think, is not there or there. So 4. Okay. Then
Currently, sir, 13 going on.
yeah, 13 or 15 like that. Okay. So Angular 10 is there. Then Angular 11 is also there. 13 is also there. So it's like a 13 or 15 like that. It's reached Angular version. But one thing, why we are discussing regarding this, because if you are studying suppose HTML, okay, HTML, which one HTML we are studying? HTML5, correct? So suppose you know HTML5,
Yes.
then sure you know before version of HTML also. Means sure that HTML1, 2, whatever is there, means before of HTML5. If suppose Bootstrap, okay, then if we are studying Bootstrap, then Bootstrap 3 is there. 3, 4, 5. So if we are studying Bootstrap 5 or 4, then we have got idea in the Bootstrap 2, 3, whatever is previous version. 2 is not there. So Bootstrap 3. So in JavaScript, same thing. If you know one version, means back side or front side, means next version or before version, you will get some idea. There will be similarity, there will be no more differences. So same thing is going in the case of Angular also, but there is some big issue here. The Angular 1, that is known as the Angular JS. Okay, Angular started in the 2010 itself, and the Angular JS, and after that Angular 2 came, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sorry, 3 is not there. It had developed, but it had not got released. Okay, so that's why date is not mentioned there. Then suddenly Angular 4 came. But what if you know Angular 2? Suppose that if you have idea regarding Angular 2, 2 up to 9, 10, 11, whatever. If you know one version of Angular, then you will know all the versions of Angular. But there will be something changes. Sure, something changes are there. Like if you using Angular 2 and if you worked on Angular 5 or Angular 6, anyone, then sure some classes will be there different, some method will be new. So whatever you know in the Angular 2, that will be available, but some extra advanced feature, new feature, and that advanced feature already added in that one, means sure some upgrades happen in the new versions. So that's why if you know one version, you can work on any one. That's not an issue, but sure you can get regarding the what are the changes came in new version. So if we know, suppose that Angular 8, okay, so if we know Angular 7 or Angular 8, then we can easily handle the code, or we can easily write the code before of Angular 8, means 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, whatever. If we know Angular 8, we can easily handle the code of Angular 10, 9, whatever. Means you can tell that Angular 8 is in the middle. Okay, before Angular 8, there was a major changes. Means when the Angular 8 came, there are major changes came in the packages also, the library also, and the many methods also implemented. Means big changes came in the case of Angular 8. But before that, it's like a common, it's going on. And after Angular 8, it's following the same structure, whatever, but new features is coming. But it will be not major differences, minor differences will be there. But now came to the Angular JS and Angular 2. There was major differences between the JS and Angular 2. Previously, Angular 1 had came, that was completely written in the form of JavaScript. That code was completely written in the form of JavaScript. That's why name is the Angular JS. But when the Angular 2 came, okay, so it was completely rewrite of the complete framework. Suppose that we are familiar with the Bootstrap. If you have to add a button, what we are doing? We are writing the class btn. Then we are getting that idea. This will work like a button. So, but suppose that Bootstrap decided to design one framework of the CSS. Suppose that Bootstrap 6, and in that he not want to write like that, means a BTN. He want to something different. Then what he will do? He will write complete code. Means whatever we are using the class name, he will again rewrite the complete code. So it become too much complicated. Means if you know Bootstrap 3, 4, and if you have to know Bootstrap 5, means whatever new, suppose 6 is the new, means he want to launch. So 6, if you want to use 6 and he had done major changes, so you have to know that Angular means Bootstrap 6. But if you know Bootstrap 3, 4, 5, anyone, then you can easily handle the code, because all are the similar type. So same thing is here also. If you know Angular 2, you can handle all the code of Angular. You can work on any one of the Angular project. But if you know Angular JS, means Angular 1, you can't work on any of the version of the Angular. Means 2, 3, 4, 5, you can't handle, because the code, everything is different in the case of Angular JS and Angular 2 plus. So that's why we are telling Angular 2 plus directly. We are not telling Angular 7, Angular 8 like this. We are just, means everybody will speak you like Angular 2 plus, like this type. When we searching the job, that time also you have to search like Angular 2, 3, 4, 5, you can mention like that. But if you getting any project on Angular JS, and if you thinking that you know Angular, you can't work on the Angular JS project, because that will be completely different. Got it? So if you have to, suppose if you have to work on the Angular JS, okay, so you have to learn the Angular JS. because Angular JS is completely different. Means yeah, but some concept will be same, but it will be completely different. So if you know Angular 2, you can handle all the versions of the Angular. That is the major difference. So if you searching in Google or YouTube regarding any material, any code or anything, please provide the versions, which version of the Angular you want. Means suppose you have to um, you have to create one form in the Angular, so you have to give that which version you are following, like 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever you want. So you can give. You will not get any changes in that 2 plus. But if you searching for the Angular JS, you can get major changes. So you have to take care. And one thing regarding the job opening and these all things. So Angular JS now it's not in the market much more, but its project is there. So the project is there, so it's running there also, means job opening is there. But if Angular JS having 10% of job opening, then Angular 2 plus having 90% of job opening. Like that type of scenario is because Angular JS now nobody is developing any project on the Angular JS. Everybody going on the Angular 2 plus. Means mostly suppose project is going from very long back, then it will be like Angular 7, Angular 8, like that type it's going on. Because on each 6 month, the Angular update will come. Each 6 month they are releasing new versions. That's why within just you can imagine Angular 10 was there, then Angular 2 means see Angular 10 means sorry Angular JS it was came in the 2010. Okay, so after 2010 they start writing the new framework completely. So the next release came in the 2016 September 14 2016. After that 17, then 18. You can see that how fast within 1 year 2 time release came, sometime 3 time also. So it's a too much fast. Within 4 or 5 year itself, Angular become too much popular because that much update came. So that's why due to this frequent update, we are not changing our project. If we had start working on the Angular 7 of project, if project is based on the Angular 7, so we will continue for the Angular 7. It's not like that now in market Angular 15 is there, so you have to start writing. Means today Angular 15 came, you have to start writing code in the Angular 15. No, not like that. If you know Angular 7, Angular 8, anything, it will be go on like 5 years, 6 years, like that. But whatever new feature came, you have to be update. You can get that from the YouTube video, then official website of the Angular. From those means many resources are there, so you can get those. What are the new changes came, like that. Okay, so that's why we are writing there Angular 2 plus. Okay, because Angular 2 plus we commonly tell as Angular. But in the case of Angular JS, you have to tell that Angular JS and don't tell Angular 1, not like that. Is that clear regarding the versioning of the Angular? Had you got?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Okay, so see, so Angular 2 plus is known as the Angular. Next, Angular is a client-side TypeScript based UI framework. Messaging. Okay, so it is a Angular 8 is a client-based TypeScript-based UI framework, which helps us in building the mobile and desktop-based dynamic and single-page application. Let it to be what is single page and this that. But if you designing any application in the Angular, okay, if you will open that application in your mobile, it will ask regarding one logo. It will ask you regarding one logo. Okay, once you will add that in your home screen, that the website will be there. It is website itself, but it will open like an Android app. It will look like, you will not find that it's like Android app or normal. If you want, you can try that. Apna tuition.netlify. Yeah. So this is the website. If you will open this URL in your mobile, it will ask regarding one pop-up. Just if you will click that, it will install, means it will just install, or you can add that on home screen. It will add some icon. Okay, and after that it will open like a mobile app, means Android app. It will not look like that it is website. It will completely look like the mobile app itself. So this is the benefit of the Angular. Next, single page application. What is the meaning of single page application? So yesterday we had seen already that example was the plates. In the plates we had seen that different balls was there. Nobody will ask you that what are the versions of Angular and this that thing. Okay. Fine, अच्छा नहीं है. 1 second. Okay. Suppose that this is home. Okay. This also fine. This is gallery. कला में फंस गया पूरा. Second. Yeah. This is gallery. Next, this is about section. This is about section. Any section more? Then contact. Contact section. See, don't sleep. Otherwise, your career will be. Okay. So this much section. Suppose that in my website, this much section is there. So while loading the application, this all section will load. This section will load, but before that, this circular box will load. Means this is considered just like one page. Means in your app, in your website, consider this like a page. So this page will load. Fine. After that, this page will load. After that, this content like home. So whatever content is there, that will load in that page itself. Means in this page itself, home will load. Then somewhere this gallery will get means a space. Then somewhere about will get a space. Then somewhere contact will get a space. Means this is one page, but these all are the different section, and this is known as what? Any idea? What this will known as? Anyone? No idea. Samir?
माइक्रो सर्विस.
Oh my God. वो माइक्रो सर्विस खत्म हो गया, वो अब छोड़ दीजिए.
डेटाबेस.
वो कल तक डेटाबेस. नो. In the case of हाँ, tell everything. In the case of HTML, we are running. Means which page is loading? Like index.html, then contact. Suppose this will belong to the HTML. So home page will load, then gallery page, then about, then contact. Correct? But in the case of the Angular application, page will not load. There is the concept of the component. Got it? There is no concept of page. There is concept of component. CONENT. So in interview or anyone asking that, you can tell that here the component is going to load. not the page. Okay, so what about the page? So page is only one. As like we are running, that means we are loading the page html css, sorry, html means index.html, then home.html, gallery.html. These all different pages we are loading in the case of our html and those application. But here only one page we load. This is your only one page, and these all are the component. These are the different component. These are different component. These means this is one page. Okay, and these all are belonging to the component. Yesterday we had seen that this is paneer, this is dal, this is sambar, this was something. So if you want paneer, what you was doing, you was taking that paneer ball and you was reaching to kitchen. Correct? Correct. If you want a gallery, suppose that if you want vegetable, you was taking that vegetable ball and you was reaching to the kitchen. If you want sambar, then you was reaching the kitchen and you was taking, but you was not taking this complete plate. Okay, for getting that just a particular one item. So we was taking that complete, means that particular section. So now came to that term, means a technical term. So this will be your component. This will be your component. These all belonging to the component. Okay, and this belonging to one page, that is html page. That's it. Means only one page, and these all are the different components. So that's why Angular is known as the single page application, because there is only one page. Got it? Clear? Let's remove this. Okay, so web application, it is built with using JavaScript. So here we will use the JavaScript. You can use it to build amazing client-side application using HTML, CSS, JavaScript. It is very similar to the previous version, except having some extensive feature. Means Angular 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever versions you going to study, it will be similar to the previous version, but there will be just some extra advanced features which came in the new version, new update. So that will be there. Next, what is dynamic web application? What means the term dynamic? Any idea?
It like it will be changed.
Okay. What about a static?
Change
Yeah. Okay.
constant.
Change. A static means a constant. Correct.
Com-
So see, suppose that here one component is their home, gallery, then about, then contact. Suppose that if you had requested home, means here home is coming. Okay, then what will happen? This complete page will contain the content of the home component. Clear? Means on this page, because this already we know that this is only one page, that is index .html. That's it. This is only one page, that is index.html. Wait, let me. This is your index. See one thing, always you will make one root file in the sense main page as name as index or default.html. Always try to make one index.html. That's it. And in this HTML, means when you're working on normal project, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, this thing. So make one index.html, and whatever extra you are making, you have to interlink with this one. Okay, so always in your project, one page should be index.html, because if you will make live to that means server, if you're going to host that application, so it will search for the index.html. And if in your project index.html is not there, that project will not work. Okay, so that's why. Okay, so here single page. So this is only one page. So it is known as SSP, single page application. Now dynamic. what it will happen? If you requested home, okay, so home page will come here, and whatever content you had written, HTML code you had written in the home component, so that will be part of this one. Okay, you will get the complete home content. After some time, you requested for the gallery. Then what happened? The home component, whatever was home component, it will replace, it will gone, it will not appear there, it will remove from there, and gallery component will come there. And whatever data is there in the gallery, it will come. Go to the website. Just 1 second. Which website we were checking yesterday? Okay.
Angular.
Angular.io.
Oh, sorry. Otherwise, just check here itself. That's fine. So when we clicking on home, this is single page. Only one page is there. And one thing, if you want to check the source of any website, if that is belonging to Angular, suppose when we was working on the HTML side, we can easily check the source. Correct? And we can get all the code, whatever is written on the means that page, particular page, we can easily get. But in the case of Angular application, you can't get any code. See this body, and a body is closing in this line, but there is no any code. Got it? See that there is just JavaScript file, no any HTML code is there. So this is the benefit of the Angular. There will be only app root. That's it. Okay, so you can't able to find the source code. Next, if you, so this is belonging to the only one page. So next, if you clicking on home, what will happen? This complete home content will come, means come to the picture. So when you clicking the home, when you clicking the home, what happened? The complete page got the content of the home component. So now home component, click on domain. What happened? Whatever content from the home was there, it gone, and now you got the domain content. Correct? Whatever is there in this section, it came, means now we means we requested for the gallery. Suppose that in our case, what will happen? The gallery will came here, and page is same, single page, that's index.html, and this complete page will get the content of the gallery section. Clear? Next, if you requested for contact, the complete data, means whatever detail of the contact, it will get here, but your page will be as usual, means about will come, and this complete data will come. Means what is happening here? The page is coming dynamically, means data is coming dynamically, means component is getting loaded, and the page is same, index.html is there static, but this is a component, this is getting loaded dynamic. If you look over the URL will just change this section. Now contact is there, click that domain. Now this came domain. Now click on about, this become about. Click on a home, this become home. Got it? So this type you have to, this is how the single page application is working, how the content is getting loaded dynamically. So this we had discussed. Anyone having any issue? Tell me. Is it clear? So some examples are there, like a dynamic web application or simply dynamic websites like Gmail. Okay, because it loading the content. Then yahoo.com, it loading the content, etc., which has the tendency to change the data information with respect to the three parameters. Three parameter in the sense whatever. So the parameter is this one, like time to time. Okay, what means this time to time? Means you are going to update your website. Like which type of website going to update time to time? That is news website. Suppose some event happened today or some incident happened. So what they will do? They will update their every content meanwhile itself. So they will update that all the, means the content of that website changing frequently. Okay, so time to time. Second, location to location. What is that? That is weather report. If you will open the website, suddenly if you are in north, then you will get some weather report. You are in south, you will get some different weather report. So this is the changing weather, means that location to location. So those type of website. Second, user to user, in the sense Gmail, Facebook, Amazon. These all websites are the user to user, because on your ID data will come something, on some other person ID data will come something. Suppose you had logged in your Amazon account, you will get all the history of the purchase, missing list, whatever you had saved there. But if any other person will log in there, they will got their history, their purchase record. So those type of application coming to the user to user end, location to location, and time to time. So accordingly, that data will change. If you telling that means you're not going to change the data, so that will be not the dynamic application, that will be a static application, because once you done, it got fixed. You're not going to change. Clear these all things or not? Okay. Who all is available actually? Let me check one time. Dharmender is coming and going. Okay.
नहीं सर यहीं पे हैं हम.
Okay. So see, what is Angular? Angular is a UI framework for building the mobile and desktop web application. It is built using the JavaScript. You can use it build amazing client-side application using HTML, CSS, JavaScript. See why we are discussing these things, because we had not started the topic. We are on the track. So first we have to understand the complete picture. Why we are studying that thing? What is the requirement? Because once you will attend the interview, they will ask these things. Okay, they are asking that why we are using Angular, why not we can go with the Java, everything is already available, why we have to learn again new technology. So these are the benefits you can tell. So those are comes under the feature of the application. Okay, so second, application. So some websites which is available on the Angular framework. So some of the popular website on Angular framework are like weather.com. Okay, let's check which is weather.com. I don't know, it will show the report, I think.
Weather report sir.
Yeah. Okay, so this is weather.com. Yeah, see, when we are changing today, hourly, 10 days, this thing, see this content URL, it will not change. Monthly, see that URL, you can see if that website is belonging to Angular or any language, you can easily find with the help of the URL. Yeah, now see it is loading, it start loading the page, means data is coming from somewhere now. Okay, this is for the West Bengal. Okay, so which is next application? Next is YouTube, then Netflix, then PayPal, these things. But one thing you have to know, that if that suppose that one application considering just like suppose Angular, then it's not that complete website is based on that one only. You can go with the microservices. Mostly they are following the microservices concept itself. So some part they will design on the particular area, means particular language, something on the different, like that they are following. Okay, so just now we had understand what is the difference between AngularJS and Angular. So we already told that Angular has changed massively from the AngularJS, because Angular completely redesigned from the scratch. Means the code was already completely written from the AngularJS to Angular. So AngularJS is common and a popular name of the first version. So mostly we are telling that Angular 1 as AngularJS, but Angular, if you telling Angular in the sense 2 plus, so Angular is common and popular name of the Angular's version beyond 2 plus. Fine. Next, AngularJS is JavaScript framework, JavaScript based open source front-end based framework. But Angular means Angular 2 plus is not based on the JavaScript. This is TypeScript based. Okay, that's why I told. AngularJS uses for the concept of the controller. Yeah.
What is this Angular version beyond 2 plus?
Beyond 2 plus means Angular JS was known as Angular 1,
Yes, sir.
correct?
Yes.
And after 1 means 2 will come. So this is a 2. And in the
Okay.
2,
Okay, sir.
previous version, and I had discussed that Angular 1 and Angular 2 both are major difference because complete code it's rewritten again. As like Bootstrap, we are using class BTN, correct? Suppose that is Bootstrap 4. If you going to design one Bootstrap new version, Bootstrap 7, suppose that. So what you will do? Suppose you want some major changes. So in place of class BTN, what you want to use something different like BTNS. You want to add like this type. So what you will do? You will take the complete code, complete framework of the that Bootstrap, and you will start writing the each line of code again. Where is that code? Suppose that if we want like Bootstrap, then where is that Bootstrap code? Any idea? Open that file. So this is the code, correct? Click that URL. So this is the complete code of the Bootstrap class. So what they will do? They will copy this complete code and they will start writing again. So that is known as the rewritten, rewrite. So as case in the Angular also same thing happened. So they had written some code for the Angular JS. Then in the case of Angular 2 plus, it started writing completely because this was based on the JavaScript framework and this is based on the TypeScript. Clear? That is the main
Yes, sir.
thing. So that's why we are telling Angular 2 plus because after 2 plus, all are based on the TypeScript itself. No one is on the JavaScript. Okay. Okay. So in the case of Angular JS, they are using, there are the concept of a scope or controller. It's like MB, they are also MVC, but we are telling that there are concept of the controller. That is not MVC, that comes under controller part. Concept is controller. But in case of the Angular, means, see, if we telling Angular, it will be like Angular 2 plus itself. I think Samir is on mute. ये अचानक से इसका माइक खराब हो जाता है क्या? Okay, so in case of, okay, so whenever we will use the word Angular directly, we will not use 2 plus always. So we will tell Angular, it means that 2 plus. Okay, so if anybody asking that means to you or that which Angular version you are following or you are studying this, that you can tell Angular 8. Fine. Next, instead of a scope, in the case of Angular, Angular JS, we was using the controller. But here, in the case of the instead of a scope and controller, Angular uses the hierarchy of the component as its a primary architectural characteristics. Okay, here we are following MVC structure, model view controller. See, nowadays most of the application it following MVC pattern only, model view controller, because that is the clean way of writing the code and handling is also very easy. So Angular JS has simple sentence used on the HTML page along with the source location. But here we are writing with the different expression sentence. It uses a square bracket. What is the name of this square bracket in the CSS or in JavaScript? Can anyone tell? I had already told that time that this will use again. What is the name?
Object.
What?
Array.
What? Array. No, means okay, that's fine. We are writing like this array. Inside this, we are passing data. Correct? One more, yeah, that's array. But if we not passing data, what is this known as?
Empty, sir. Empty array.
Empty. Oh my God, he is. That's okay. That empty array. What is this written?
The big bracket.
What is written there? I clicked.
Property. Find. No idea.
No idea. how you passing means how you accessing data from the object?
Yes, sir. Property and
Yes,
value.
sir. I told no object.
Passing value and key.
That is not object. That is known as the property. This is known as
Okay.
the property. I think JavaScript completely gone. Suppose you creating one means a
Sir, passing value. We can pass like this, no, sir. Using
yeah.
this.
So let a data is equal to like this type we are doing. Then name colon. Oh, power gone. Mohan. Okay. It's air is blowing actually here also. I know that rain will come today. That's I have idea. Because in my laptop it was showing today that raining. Okay, so be written here. If you have to access a name, how you will access? Tell fast.
Yes, sir. Dot notice dot and square.
Dot name like this way. This
Yes,
is
sir.
one page. What is second page?
Seconds in square bracket.
Square bracket, and then this one, and then name. Correct or not?
Yes, sir.
This way we can pass. Means we can access the data. So this one is known as the property binding. In the JavaScript itself we had seen. This is known as the property binding. Keep in mind, don't forget. If you forget JavaScript, means gone completely. Okay, so that is known as the, here we are using the property binding and event binding. So this was also there. How to handle, means how to writing the event in the case of JavaScript. How we are writing? Any idea? No idea. That's fine. Why you will keep idea? How you by writing event? What are the
That
Sir,
event?
input field and button section.
Oh, full air is blowing. Okay, so we will write button here, and then we will write here submit. Correct? And here we was passing event. How to write the event? Like this way. Or we
No,
was
sir.
writing just a click
Sir,
on click. No?
On click.
Yeah.
first of all,
Click or unchain. Like this.
SUB and like this type. Correct? We was writing
Yes.
event like this type. But in the case of TypeScript, minor changes will be there. This is the way of writing JavaScript. But event will be same type, that parenthesis. That same, nothing is there. One second, just. Why did I hang it? Okay. So what we doing here? Here we are writing event binding. Fine. Then next Angularjs is the simple JavaScript file which is used. Too much air is blowing. Then it's coming. Yeah. So Angular simple syntax and HTML page along with the source location. That's fine. Okay. So AngularJS is a simple JavaScript file which is used with HTML page and does not have a server-side programming language. Next, Angular uses of the Microsoft TypeScript language, which provides class-based object-oriented programming. Okay, static typing, generic, etc. Means different feature of the upcoming version like ES6 and class concept, those also introduced, and that's why they using in the TypeScript. So which are the feature of a server side programming language? Next, AngularJS does not support dynamic loading of the page. Means what means the dynamic loading? Just now we had seen. So that AngularJS not supporting, but Angular supports the dynamic loading of the page. So that's why we are using Angular. So many features are there. That's fine. Next, Angular feature. So what is the feature of the Angular? We will just go through that. I will not explain much more this thing. So a list of the most important feature like Angular supports multiple platform. What means the multiple platform? So Angular is a cross-platform language. It supports multiple platform. You can build different types of apps using the Angular, like desktop-based application. Okay, as like a desktop-based application, then native application. Native means mobile-based. Then progressive web application. This is known as the PWA, progressive web application. Means once you will install this PWA application, progressive web application in your mobile, then no need whether you have data means internet connection or not, it will work. But internet connection required for fetching the data from the server. So that time you want that net connection, then it will take the data, then it will be as usual, it will work. So in the case of Angular facility, you can go through this, whatever is written, not an issue. Okay, so there are different like, okay, let's understand this one. So programming progressive web applications are the most common apps which are built in the Angular. Okay, Angular provides modern web application capability to deliver high speed, high performance, offline, see this, offline and zero step installation app. So you will work with the means without internet also you can get. Once the data will be there, means once the internet will back, you can push the data, you can get, you can fetch the data, means from that server. Next, high speed, ultimate performance. So what are the things you can study? Productivity. Next, full stack development. So Angular is a complete framework of JavaScript. It provides testing, animation, and accessibility. It provides full stack development along with Node.js, Express.js, and MongoDB. Means if you want to develop the application completely, what means full stack? Having idea? Maybe you've seen the role of means a job opening like full stack developer. What means this actually? Anyone?
Full stack means front end
Stack is
and
full.
What? Full?
The stack is full.
Oh, means there is no memory. A stack overflow. Suppose you going to
No, sir,
design
push and
UI. What?
sir, push and pop operation.
Yeah, correct. So suppose you going to design UI. Okay, that will belong to your HTML page. So this is known as the front end side. HTML, CSS, JavaScript. You written some server side code. Suppose that Java. Okay, then you will take means you will design that Java application. Means you know to design the HTML side also, you know to work on the Java also, and you know to work on the SQL in the sense database also. Okay, so this is means once you know this completely, means when you requesting means when you requesting any data to the server, server will request to the database, then you will get data, then you will get that data. Correct? So this means this become complete application. This way itself the application is working. Yesterday we had seen. So this type your application will be work. And who is handling this complete task? This all three part. You itself handling
Desktop
means
developer.
yeah. So you single person alone handling this all complete task. So that's what that is known as the full stack. And there will be job opening for the full stack developer. Okay. Yeah. So same thing we can do in the case of the Angular also. So what are the technology we using in the Angular for making that application full stack? So three things we can look over. So one side Angular itself is there. He will handle that HTML, CSS, JavaScript for the front end. Then this is server side. Mostly we are using Node.js. Okay, but you will see with the means you can tell that with the combination of Angular with if you know Angular and other language, you can go with full stack. But mostly we are using Node.js or .NET. It's more popular. Like Node.js more popular, otherwise .NET is also more popular in the case of the Angular. But Python, Java, they are not much more, but they are using Java also in this case. But comparing to Java, Python, other languages, Node.js and .NET, they are using more and more. Then in the case of database, they are using mostly MongoDB. But this is not the case that we will use only MongoDB. You can use any languages. It's not the matter. Okay, like SQL, Oracle, whatever we know, we can use any database. It's not the issue. But mostly we are using the MongoDB. Means what if you want to learn full stack, you have to know the Angular. Second, it's Node.js. Then you can go with the MongoDB. It become completely full stack. But we are not telling this as a full stack. There is one special name for this one. What is that? Anyone having idea? A mean stack. Okay, this is known as the mean stack because M for Mongo, E for Express. There is a framework in the node that is Express.js. Express.js. So E for Express and A for Angular and N for node. Got it? So this is known as the mean stack developer. Next, if you
Sir,
going with the
Angular is client side or server side?
client side, server side is Node.js, no? Server side is no, that is client side. Server side is Node.js. Okay.
Angular is framework, na?
Yeah, that is framework of the front end, client side.
Yes, yes.
Angular is framework of client side
Okay,
application.
Okay.
Okay. So next another term that coming in the market means already going on, that is a MERN stack. What is the full form? Any idea? MERN stack. M for Mongo,
MongoDB.
E for Express, N for Node. Sorry, here it comes. Yeah. And what means this ER? Anyone?
React.
R is a React. Okay. So if you know React or Angular, you can work with mean stack or MERN stack, any languages. So see, in that technology, they are not doing anything. They are just taking other technology, make that become new name, and that become the popular in the market. That is the thing. They are just going in the beauty parlor. They are doing some makeup, spending 100 rupees.
Sir, E4?
Express.js.
Yes.
That is, and Express.js actually the framework of Node.js. As like we are writing HTML, means for the front end, we are using Angular. So that is the framework of the front end. Angular is the framework of front end. So same type Express.js is there. Not only Express.js, they are different also. But mostly we are telling means we are using Express.js. So Express.js, it is framework of the Node.js. Node.js is again the core language. Node.js. Okay, so that is the framework of the Node.js. As like in PHP, we had seen there are many framework like Coordinator, Cake PHP, Laravel, different. So same type Node.js also having different framework. Express.js, then Nest.js, NEST. Next JS. This is the framework of the Node.js. So there are different more framework, but mostly we are telling mean stack like that. Anyway, if you have idea regarding Node.js, you can work on other framework. That's not the issue. Why it coming? Okay, so this was the case. Then fine. Then yeah. So here provide the testing feature. What means testing? Testing is another profile of the job role. So see, in the case of the Angular or
Sir, I
testing is
have
two
one
types.
question.
Yeah, tell.
Sir, Node.js is also the framework, no?
No, Node.js is the language.
Node.js is the language. Okay.
Yeah, and for that Node.js, we are writing Express.js, that is framework.
Express.js. Okay, sir.
And see, why be using framework? For making simple. Means learning that means writing the code in the simple way. That's why we are using the framework. Got it? Okay, so yeah, testing. So see, when you opening the file src, suppose that we opened src, and in src you can see here one app module.ts. What is this? We will discuss later. Then component.ts. Then something is there. Let it to be. There is one file, a spec.ts. In each folder, you will get this file, a spec.ts. So what is this one actually? So this is known as the testing file. And here you have to write the test cases. Test cases means when you can do testing, you can do two ways in the sense manually or automatic, means automation. So here we are writing JUnit test cases. So see, it is written like suppose something, it should create app, and after that we are writing something code is there. So this is known as the testing. So if who all working on the Angular side, they know that it means how to write the test cases. So slowly, if you want, you can get the idea, but it's not compulsory for the Angular part. But if because some company is telling that to write the test cases, so you can take the help of Google this that and you can write, but you can perform the testing there. Okay. Testing means checking the feature of the application. Once you will run that, once you will run that application means testing, then it will show that where is the code breaking. You can easily find out. Okay, so here we are writing by using it, you can check the broken thing every time you save. And Karma is the JavaScript test runner tool created by the Angular team. Means already Karma is the one tool which is already installed in the Angular application. It's not needed to install from the side. And Jasmine is the testing framework form unit testing in the Angular apps, and Karma provides the helpful tool that makes it easier to us to call our Jasmine test, which list we are writing the code. Means Karma and Jasmine, different two feature you can tell or whatever, but don't be confused. This is not any use now. Okay, next animation support. Animation Angular facilitate you to create the high performance complex choreographies and animation timeline with different little code through Angular innovative apps. API means already many APIs are there. What is API? Yesterday we had seen application programming interface. So with the help of API, you can use many features. We will see this, what is API and these all things. So let it to be. Next, what is the feature of Angular and advantage? So the Angular community has released its latest version, Angular 8. This is old. We are learning Angular 8. That's why it's written Angular 8 with impressive list of the changes and improvement. So here like support TypeScript 3.5, 3.4, support the web workers, then preview of the IVY available, a lazy loading. What is these all concept? We will study. Don't worry. Next, what it is. So you can get here also. No need to study. If you want, you can remove. Then lazy loading, we will learn this. Don't worry. So next, how to install the Angular and setup. So if you have not installed, you can go through the documentation. You will get the help. Everything is written there. So what are the requirement? one ID is required. That should be where you going to write the code. That is VS Code. We already following. Next is Node.js. We have to install Node.js. Then npm. Then you have to install the Angular CI. How to install that? VS Code is already there. Okay. So these are all steps I had provided here. You can follow if you had not installed. Then second step, Node.js. So there is a website, https Node.js download. When you will open the website, you will get LTS and current. You have to follow the LTS, download, click that Windows installer. After that, you will get next. Just nothing I have to do, just accept and go next. That's it. No need to change anything. Just click next. Nothing I have to select anything extra here. Okay, and it will get installed. After that, npm. So depending on your operating system, you have to install the required package. And once Node.js is installed, once Node.js is installed, automatic npm will also get installed. So you have to check the version. So how you can check the version? With the help of npm-v. Keep in mind how to check the version, because in interview and these all things, while working time also, you will get these all activity. Let me open my application. Where is my terminal? Let me check my Angular application. What is the version of Angular? So this is Angular. Okay, that's fine. Let's see why it's coming like this.
Sir, why your Angular come in PowerShell?
No, when there is a Node.js. See, where I had run, that is Node. Another will be PowerShell. Because once you will add this terminal,
Yes, sir.
automatic you will get PowerShell. In Windows
Okay.
10, actually previously this was CMD, but once Windows 10 had applied, means one Windows 10 had provided that PowerShell by default to everyone. Previously it was CMD. See, when you will open CMD, 1 second. See, there are different ways of running the application. Suppose in your terminal, you can't able to open this application. You can do one thing. You can open the project, go in the Reveal File Explorer, learn this all basic. After that, we will continue on the topics. So you can go inside the project, open CMD. Okay. And here, whatever command you was writing in the terminal, same command right here, ng or npm start. If you will write this command, press enter. What happened? Angular training. Okay. Yeah, it's a start running that. It came that ng serve, and it will give the error that port is already in use, because we are running that application already on that port. So it will show the error. Let it to be. So by that way, we can run the application. Okay. Now, if we want to check the versions, let's check the version. Yeah, terminate. Yes. So check the version. So how we can check? npm-v. See, if you will give some time npm-v, maybe you will get error. Okay. So that time, see, different things are there. npm hyphen and version. So you can write that completely. So in my case, it's showing 6.1.4. Sorry, 14.10. So this type you can check the versions of everything. So npm-v. Next, CLI. So this is the main part of the Angular. Okay. So how to install the Angular CLI? Image is there. Otherwise, command is also written there. You can install. So this thing, see, the G means globally. Next, when you will run this command, actually, when you will run this command, automatic by default, you will get installed of the latest version of the Angular. Means whatever latest version going on, it will get installed. Suppose that Angular 13 is there, latest one. So Angular 13 will get installed. Okay. So you have to, if you want a particular version, means your company is working on the old version like Angular 7, and you want Angular 7 only, then what you will do? You want Angular 7. So see that how we can install the particular version. So there is the command npm install -g @ Angular CLI. Up to there it's common. After that you have to give version name. at the rate latest is written there. So you will give there at the rate and which version you want, 7, 8, like that. So you can search in Google which version you want, like Angular 7 is there or not, Angular 8 is there or not. So you can provide like that. So you will get installed that Angular particular version. Suppose that you have multiple folder. Okay, I will create one file, then I will delete. No, I will give, otherwise it will give issue. See, suppose there is one folder, there another, 3 folder. I want one folder project with Angular 7, other Angular 8, other Angular 9, Angular 10, like this way. What you can do? Open this means folder, install your VS means that CMD everything in this folder. How you can install? This CLI, you can install this in that particular folder. How? Remove this -g and just pass npm install at the rate angular/CLI. That's it. So when you not passing this -g means you not installing that globally. That will be particular folder itself. Got it? So when you want Angular 7, suppose that, what you will do? You will copy this complete command and I will paste here. Oh, this got created. Okay, let it to be. So you will write like this. I showing in the command itself. So open the CMD in that particular folder. Suppose you want a here. Open the CMD. And what I want? I want Angular 7 here. npm. What is the next command? npm install. See, when you working on the Angular, you have to be these all things in your memory. How to install the project, how to install the CLI. These all things you have to know, because when you will attend interview, they will ask these things. These are things they are asking. Angular, Angular. How you will install the Angular application? So with the help of Angular CLI. Okay. So npm install at the rate Angular. I removed the -g because I not want globally. I want Angular 7 in this way. So Angular slash and CLI. Next, give a space at the rate. I want 7.0.1 like this. So you can give that dot. Okay, maybe you will get error or it will work. That's not an issue. Let's see whether you getting error or what. Yeah, it started. Stop, cancel, Control C. Yeah. Okay, so this way you will start running that command. How to, 1 second. How to copy from CMD, you know. Anybody know how to copy from CMD? If you don't know, tell me. I will tell you. Because Control C will not work. And Control C will not work there, okay?
Right
And
click
Control
and
V will not work. Now tell. Anyone have an idea?
right click and copy, sir.
Okay, who have not idea? Who?
Valley.
Okay, so see what you have to do. First you have to select. So how you will select? When you will put cursor, means when you will move the mouse, it will not get selected. Okay, so you have to click, right click and select mark. Okay, and which one you have to copy? You have to copy this one. So you have to select like this and see you getting that, you getting here Control C. What is the word written? Enter. Okay, so you have to click enter once, mark and press enter button of the keyboard, and now it get copied and paste here. Got it? See, this type you have to copy. If you want to change the background of the CMD, means settings, white, this a black background or this thing, you can change here. Editor, no, properties. You can select this medium size, large size, font, this thing, everything you can change. Got it? Learn these all things.
सर कंट्रोल से कंट्रोल भी तो काम कर रहा है.
कंट्रोल से करता है क्या?
हाँ.
Control C.
Where in terminal it will work. Here it will
Yeah,
work.
sir, CMD में sir, CMD में sir.
But okay, I think, but I not thinking that it will work always. Sometime it working, sometime not. But enter is the main. Okay, so with the help of the ng versions, we can check the ng version of the Angular. So you can check that what versions of Angular you have. Let's check first. So how to check? Ng space v. See, you will get error, I think. See, these are the basic things. If you have not idea, you will struggle in the middle. So before that, you have to be clear regarding these all. So see, when I given ng space v, it given error. It's showing that available command. Okay, it's not that. So you have to use like which command is there, that thing. So ng dash dash give 2 time and v. 1 time it not work. Now see which version of Angular. Oh my god, again it given error. Okay.
Sir, NG
So,
version sir. NG.
yeah. version. This will
Sir,
work.
without dash sir.
Okay, let's see. Yeah, she came. Okay, so ng space dash v. That is the thing is written here. Ng space. So it will show that which version of Angular you have. So see this.
Without dash sir also work.
Yeah, maybe. Okay, so it's showing that Angular CLI. Okay, next here it's showing what is the version of Angular CLI, that is 11. Means I have Angular 11. Angular CLI in the sense Angular version. Then Node, you have Angular 14. Then this showing operating systems 32, Windows 32, 64-bit. That's it. Next Angular application, that is 11. So here it's showing what are the things available: animation, common, compiler, these different things. Then IVY workspace, it's showing yes. Next something different things are there. That what are the TypeScript version? So it's installed 4.8. So we had not installed these things. We had just installed Angular CLI, but it gets automatic installed. Okay. So next, with the help of that, we can check. So everyone, you can check that which version of Angular you have, because if you have different Angular version, if we will write something different code, it will not work. You will get error. Something error you will get. That's why. So next, you can create the application. So how we can create? We have to just give. Suppose be creating the application. So ng new and project name. We have to give here project name. Then first step. Then second something. Otherwise, if you want, if you had already opened that everything completely, means a terminal folder, this, that, then you can go with directly. Otherwise, a steps is written that how you will take one folder in the VS Code and then how you will create that. This everything a steps is written. How you can open the folder, then you will, means from the basics itself, everything is written there. So this was the installation process. I not thinking, and after installing, you will run the project, and once you will run the project, your project will start running on the 4200 automatic. That will be on the local host. Clear? We had done the installation process. Anyone having any issue? Tell me. Who had anyone is pending from the installation?